These are nice and hot, so not going to lose too much heat doing this. Oval, round, or longer, oblong are all good shapes. But pretty much flat ones. If you dry them off right away when you pull them out, they'll stay hot longer.
And are you doing this usually while applying something there?
Yeah, this part, But as soon as you get some stones on them, they're happy.
And is this how you recommend, Zephyr, that you set it up, you like fairly good table like this? And
It depends what your treatment room is like. I mean, if you have, any kind of a desk, you can squeeze into a space about that small, or even a rolling cart. Hi, Janet. Gonna put a towel on your back so we can get some hot stones. We could undrape or not. I'm gonna go a little high on the towel because then I'm gonna fold it back. You want this as close as you can to your client. Ideally, I would normally have it where you guys are, but it's kind of in the way of the demo. So, Janet, let me know if these get too hot. Can you feel the heat already?
just starting to.
Okay. Will you stay in touch? So, if you fold the towel up this way, it'll keep it from falling onto her head. And if you fold them up this way, it'll help keep them warm and also keep them fall. Is the heat coming?
It's good. It's good.
Okay. You don't want them, when you have that many on her, you don't want it to sneak up on you, obviously. Get too hot. Sacrum stones are amazing. So generally people go 2 on each side. You could space them farther. You could get up to this high. It feels good, but you have to be careful that it doesn't fall onto them. Now the sacrum stone, you could go right on the big triangle of the sacrum. Or the other nice thing is, can I slide it inferior a little bit? If you get it as far as the sacrococcygeal junction, it actually helps kind of do a nice little myofascial release. So that's nice as well. This one holds a lot more heat. It's probably okay with the towel, but how's that coming?
It's good.
Okay. You definitely want to fold them over to keep them warm longer. And then I'm going to pull out some more stones. I want to work as quickly as I can, but she's going to really relax with these stones, so I don't have to freak out about my face. I'll want some for her hands, and then I'm going to want some working stones. And I'm going to massage her legs while the back stones are.
How many do you have on there already?
Maybe what, 10? Something like that. Yeah, and what kind you pull out. Like, these are really nice for the back too. You cover a nice long area with this kind. Now I want some for her hands, and then I'm going to start some foot massage. Always drying off the stones. Probably going to be too hot straight on her skin, so you could start on top of the sheet, and that might be too hot, and if it is, we've got extra towels. How's the heat coming along, Janet? Okay. You let me know anytime any of this gets too warm, or if anything's ever uncomfortable. I'm going to cover it up so they stay warm longer.
It feels nice. The weight is nice. The heat is nice.
just going to undrape the leg if that's okay, Janet. Your chapter that you're going to read talks about I'm going to bend your knee to do the draping. Talks about the speed at which you work to do the placing of the stones, or removing stones from the equipment versus the speed at which you're going to massage with the stones. And basically you just want to get the stones out of the equipment as quickly as possible. So at that point you're just going as fast as you can without being hyper. And then once you're massaging them, you want to slow down to regular treatment speed. So it's always nice to get your stones oily before you massage. Can we remove your socks, Janet?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have an assistant who's not oily do it.
Janet,
you doing okay?
it kind of looks like your muscles are spasming a little bit.
Yeah.
Where?
On your back. Yeah, on your arms.
Yeah, and as you breathe, you're shaking.
It's shaking.
I don't feel it.
Tricep
It's
twist.
just her breathing. It's taking her a little bit more effort to breathe because she's got the weight on her back. I don't think it's really spasm.
Now, I could normally drape a lot higher, but I would have to remove the stone and stuff and get around the hand, so I just decided that this was enough. How's that temperature, Janet?
Nice.
Oh, God, that looks so good.
Okay.
You'll have to stand in front of somebody.
I just want to be warm.
Oh,
Is it
goodness.
tomorrow yet?
Just stay extra.
Can we just stay here and just do this tonight?
I'm down for overtime.
Yeah, me too.
I think your husbands might miss you.
No, I doubt it.
He's asleep.
No, they might snore.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
I just told him good night. Who are you talking
Yeah,
to?
I'm snoring.
Is this what I have to look forward to?
No, there's no expectations. When you're in school.
Well, Marcus stays awake at least for me.
Yeah, wow.
He's 22.
And he wakes up at 4 in the morning. He gets 4 hours.
Guys, this is fantastic.
It looks fantastic.
Janet, you have not been feeling good, so you're the most
That's
worthy
right.
person in the room to receive this.
This is going to expedite your recovery.
So I'm working with the stones flat, which is the warmest way to work with the stones, but these are not too hot at all. You'll notice I have the stones gently cupped in my hand, and that most of my all of my fingers and parts of my hand are actually on her body. So I don't want to have a little death grip of the stones. I'm actually massaging with my fingers on her body, which adds to the relaxation and my ability to palpate. So I'm doing just a nice little relaxing petrissage. The stone temperature is going to alternate. It's going to vary the side that's on her and the side that's not. So every once in a while you can flip the stone like that. So just practice a technique where you push the stone forward with your heels and catch it with your fingers.
But you're not trying to do a cross fiber friction across
I could, but I'm not yet. I'm just doing a fulling friction. Fulling petrissage. Now these are really cooling down. So I could tuck one on her knee, and I can slide one under her leg. When I'm moving them, they're really cool, but still and direct against her skin, she might feel some heat from it still. And again, you just get the stones nice and oily. This one's pretty hot, so when it's hot, you want to keep it moving and check in. If I keep it moving fast, it shouldn't feel too hot to her. And the other thing is I flip it. So I move and I flip. And I move and I flip. If I was to be too still with the stone, it would be too hot. How's the temperature? And you can do all your regular strokes with it. And I would say just relax and have fun. The stones feel really great, so you don't have to worry too much about, doing a precise sequence. With the stone softly cupped, I can get all the way around and do the same kind of contouring I would do without a stone. And pulling. Is that too hot?
Nope.
Let's cool down some, so I can come to a less moving technique. So you can see another way to hold the stone is to gently cup it on its side and to sink in more with the edge. And you can really feel the advantage of the heat and the weight, how it's much easier to melt tissue. So this is already melting like a parallel friction as opposed to just being an ironing.
Are you adding much pressure to the weight of the stone?
Couple pounds. You can roll the edge of the stone. What's the pressure, Janet? And remember, I don't always have to have a stone in each hand. So like if I felt like I needed a little bit more specific work just in a tiny area or whatever, I could use a hand for that if I felt like it needed it. I don't know if you have a visual of where we started, but I mean that's really quick softening of a calf. There's just some specific spots now that have tightness. And then I could sink in and do some more friction with the stone or with my hand, but I think I'll just keep this moving along. Since you're going to watch an entire body session, I don't want to put you to sleep. You keep a bucket for dirty stones. Always try to remember to slide out the stones so you know where they are for later. How's the temperature on your back stones?
It's fine. It never got too hot.
Is it getting too cool?
It's very pleasant. Is hotter better?
No, pleasant's good. If it cools down too much, we could, thank you. If it cools down too much, we could just remove towel and just put them on the sheet or directly on her skin rather than having to start with new stones. I think I will. And then the hand stones, as they get, as they cool down, they can go directly on the hands. Is it too hot?
No, it's fine.
So you can kind of remember what the first leg was like, and it seemed like with this temperature and all, I needed about 2 sets of stones, so I'll probably want to pull out all the stones I need. And you can work with different sizes depending on different areas of the body and just what's working with your client. We got a ice cold water here. We need to do a cold plunge of the stones. I'm gonna start with the smaller ones. The other ones will stay warm longer. I'm keeping them here just so they don't get the sheets oily. If it was too hot, I could start with one or start like this. Too hot? Keep them moving when they're hot. And do a little flip. They're still on your hand and moving on her. So even though the thickness of your skin can handle, of your hands can handle more than them, it's also going to get hot for you. So sometimes the flipping when they're hot is just for your own hands, because you're keeping them moving on her. Sink it in with the heels and palms of my hand as I get a little bit deeper. Again, the flat stones are cupped softly in my hand so that I can massage with my fingers as well. Could squeeze between the stones. Remember lighter on the medial side of the leg. And of course, be careful with the stones around the popliteal area as well as the ankle bones. Fulling is always nice, where you press down with the stones and pull up with your fingers. Medial as well as lateral. nice to tuck the used stone somewhere useful. Under the thigh feels nice. Another nice thing is to replace the hand ones.
Except for the stones that you placed in our hands, that's for balance or for more grounding, or that type of thing. That
Just
sort
more.
of therapeutic, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Some people like to work each stone one at a time. Another nice placement is at the base of the gluteal area. Is that okay, Janet?
Yes.
The hamstrings attached there. And that's a nice place to either put a placement stone or to work. This removes some of the heat from the stone. There's just some couple tight spots left. So I'm going to turn the stone on its edge and sink in a little bit. It's nice to keep the stone on an angle closer to the skin rather than directly 90 degrees though, because the closer you get to directly 90 degrees, the less heat you're working with. How's the pressure, Janet?
Nice.
So just try to relax and have fun with it. Try to let the stones do the work. Then we're going to work with the back. So we could get her some hot stones on her feet now, or sometimes wait till she's supine. But let's see about now. I like face cradles for this. Everybody kind of develops a different little style, different little tricks on how to get it to stay. But basically one thing that can work is to make a little pocket out of your sheet or out of your pillowcase and either support it like that or tie it around. You feeling enough heat from that?
That looks funny.
On my foot?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling heat yet.
Yeah, I think we need a new stone.
Did you ever put the cold stones back in the heater?
I don't put the ones that are oily
Back
back
in
in
the
the heater. You could if you're fine with cleaning the whole heating unit between every treatment. But if you don't put stones back in, then you only have to clean the stones and not the heating unit. Sometimes I'll put the ones that were just on the towel back in to reheat them. Oh, this would be nice. develops their own style about what size and shape stones you like to use in different places. So I would say, you know, just have fun and explore. Okay, this is a nice fresh hot one, Janet, but I'm putting some towel under you. Just let me know if it's too warm. The thing I like about pillowcases is they're easier to tie on. And I like to tie them on, but it seems to be working. How's that, Janet?
It's fine. You can take the bolster out if that helps.
Oh no, it's good. You starting to feel the heat?
Not yet.
Okay.
I know.
You let me know how that goes.
So Janet, on a consciousness scale of 1 to 10, 1 being asleep and 10 being fresh cup of espresso.
One being what?
Yeah.
1 being asleep and 10 being espresso.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Well, maybe 3.
So again, I just made a pocket with it to hold the stone. Alright. Now these are in a little package. Voila. And I could reheat those if I wanted to. I think I have enough stones.
The only way this could be better is if your massage table was in hot water.
300 feet of hair.
Yes.
If her massage table was in hot water. It's the only way this could be better.
Oh, you can see
Maybe if the
the
lights were off.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
I don't think you could tell if the lights changed. You can definitely see where the stones are sitting.
Thanks, Jack.
Do you want some hair clips?
Just put a rock on my head. It'll stay.
It's all about the rocks right now.
Oh, God. Slippery stones, careful overhead.
Or somebody else might be able to do it.
Suppose you want me to edit that out too.
Tell us about the gas.
How the windshield went first. Yeah.
That was one of the best person ever. On the videos that you have, you recorded a separate voiceover track on those, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah. I was guessing you watched it, scripted what you did, and then read it.
You are correct.
Jess is totally connected with her right now. She's like, that feels so good.
Oh man, it's your
Okay.
birthday. Why didn't we just go with birthday? I'm not very with it. Someone else should have been speaking up for you.
It's all right. I was good at
Maybe we need another demo tomorrow.
it. was just
It's my birthday again tomorrow. Coincidence, right?
It's my unbirthday tomorrow.
Or holiday just.
That's right.
yeah. My boyfriend was like, "Oh God, not this again." I'm using that one.
See, I typically celebrate my wife's birthday for a week, so. We didn't even know to get her a cake.
I say we just do a cake every month and celebrate whoever's birthday it is that month. It's a good
That
excuse
works.
for cake.
That's
so.
good.
Yeah, used to do that where I work.
Somewhere.
We used to do that where I work too, didn't we? Yeah. And there'd be a list of people whose names it was for the birthday.
We got bagels.
Whose birthday is next?
Mine.
When is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
On the 4th.
4th of March? That's next week.
My old coworker just texted me today.
No.
Because I put on my calendar, I work before 11.
And it's a massage day.
Maybe that was it's Jessica's birthday.
Janet, do you mind when I'm not massaging you? Do you care when I'm not massaging you?
She's like,
I
are you
don't know if
stopped?
she noticed.
Understand the question.
No, I'm just as part of the demo. See, they don't even care. So they're too out of it. When you're getting stones, don't be stressed out about it. She couldn't care less if they she went and had a coffee.
Come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Sorry.
Thank you.
Are you valuing the sound that comes out? Like when do you have to edit it out?
I like to. I didn't edit our last two ones. No, it's better when we edit it, but I don't have that time. So these are hot, so I'm moving them. Are they too hot, Janet?
Nope.
I'm flipping, moving, arms, shoulders.
It feels like it should be too hot, but it's not.
Just be careful of bony landmarks.
Deputy, do you use any other essential oil other than lavender? Do you tell me?
I got peppermint in here right now.
Oh. Another essential oil that I've got is, I think I'm going to say it wrong, Palo Alto.
Hmm.
Which I like a lot too. Sometimes I put it in a diffuser with my mister.
Hmm. I don't think it's a real one.
It's real.
Oh.
Sounds like a blend.
It sounds like it's a town in California, so
Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure.
I'm thinking it's a blend instead of a.
No, well, we went to our essential oil class, and the chap actually harvested it. So from I think South America somewhere. I've got some written stuff on it somewhere.
It's Palo. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's Palo Alto. I know it's
Hot stone massage valued more on the market? I mean, like $60 to $80 for a regular massage for an hour, and then
80 to 200
versus hot stones.
for hot stone.
because it's so easy.
No, you had to pay off the equipment.
It's just like it's more labor intensive. in
The
other
cleanup.
ways, like the process.
The setup and the cleanup takes a lot longer, so you're basically charging for that extra time. Although a lot of spas will charge that much and not really clean their equipment right. Between times they won't even clean their stones right. Probably should edit that out before I put that on the internet.
I didn't hear your name drop. It should be up.
Yeah, it's not like you said, this particular spot doesn't clean the equipment.
No, but it's not a good impression of massage to put out there.
In general,
People
yeah.
get suspicious of the practices.
I have this really cool thing that I'll bring and show people, and once everybody becomes licensed, they can purchase things at even beauty supplies, and it comes with a glass bottle, and it screws in, and you fill the bottle with distilled water and whatever essential oil you want, and it's like an atomizer, and just like you said, like a spray, but it's a really, really fine mist, and it's would be really nice when you said you want to use it to like cool off the body. It's really nice. It's even nice for like a facial scrub. Really nice. Depending, if I'm using Dungeon Ayurvedic,
That hit.
Why
would you do it again?
I should be filming this part.
I didn't.
No, stimulus.
Oh,
I think it was stimulus.
So when stones are shaped like this, they're really nice to hold on their side and get into specific tight spots. And we'll do treatment stuff another day. What's the pressure, Janet? Would you prefer more?
She's in your head right now, Jen.
Yeah, you're just working a little lateral of the lamina groove.
I am in the lamina groove, just lateral of the spinous process.
And are you just doing like a little rock kind of thing, and then edging?
Like digging. So notice even when you hold a stone on the side that you're really just supportive with your whole hand and that you don't really want to grip it hard. You can be really relaxed. See how soft and happy the traps are. Up into the occipital area. Feels maybe surprisingly good to have a stone up in there. Could use the other one to stretch out.
So you were focusing on the SCM, on the neck, or just on the side of the neck?
Not as far forward as the SCM, not in this position.
Just the basic traps.
Yeah, just the traps and up into the occiput. We're not going to do treatment work so much today, but I do want to show you when you want to slow down for a little bit of friction or adhesions, that unusual shapes with points are really nice to sink into adhesions. And again, you can feel that if you're more comfortable first with your finger when you know where you want to go. You can use a stone. You could support with your other hand if you want. On a 1 to 10 scale, if 7 is perfect, where's this pressure at?
6 maybe.
And now?
6.5. right?
Take right there.
This one almost looks like the therapist thumb that I saw.
Looks like a therapist?
So the therapist thumb? The,
Oh, uh-huh.
the hard plastic thumb extender?
Uh-huh. So I'm supporting it at the base of my hand, and just gently with my fingers I'm around it, so I'm not gripping it.
It doesn't look like you.
Tripping. Are you comfortable with undraped gluteal massage? I don't
Sure.
care either
We
way.
can do whatever you want right now.
Self my children.
Well, I'm gonna undrape first before I get the stones ready. wearing an apron tomorrow. I tend to get more oily and relaxed with this. I just think I got oil on my shirt. No, it was just a really hot stone, and I couldn't do a really fast technique, so that's why I started like that. Now it's cooled down. Not too hot? Okay. So the larger muscles, like the gluteal muscles, you can generally use larger stones. All those great borders in here that are nice to work, you can roll the edge of the stone, like the sacral border, border of the iliac crest, either inferior to or superior, as well as around the greater trochanter. You can see the redness in those areas where I've been rolling the stone.
Would it still be 60 minutes an hour suffer or 90 minutes?
It's a lot easier to do 90.
Yeah.
I suppose we could do 60.
Do hot stone massage at your clinic where you worked?
I did, because I like doing it. But it's a worker-run co-op, so we make changes at incredibly slow speed. So we didn't actually charge extra for it because they hadn't worked that out yet. But I did it anyway because I like doing it. I think they've still got committees working on it.
Well, change comes
committees.
slow.
Say no more.
Change comes slow sometimes, especially in Seattle.
Committees.
Oh my
If you want to
gosh.
get anything done,
No, it'll go to a committee and then all the money will be spent.
Yeah, and then you still won't have your answers.
Right.
Is it consensus based or is it not necessarily?
No.
Universal alignment. Have to remember that sometimes. Maybe I don't know what she
First they have to slaughter the goat and see what the entrails say.
in Seattle.
Never came about, but they had certain committees about it.
Sacrum like stone.
Such a shame. No, it's not.
It's not.
Oh,
It's
you mean
not.
out here?
All right, Janet.
Somewhere
Yeah.
to the south.
I can't see who's there. Can you hand me a Kleenex or something?
Have a committee.
Thank you. Just pull them. It's okay. Thank you. Yes.
Right on those.
Oh, I thought this was your iPod.
This is my iPod.
Oh, you
This
just
is the one.
I don't.
you got a teenage kid putting music on your iPod too.
Carolyn.
The iPod fairy came in.
Carolyn put it on. Sounds like Tracy Chapman. No, I know it's not.
Yeah, no.
Again, with the point, you just rest it in the base of your hand. And then your fingers don't have to grip, they just support lightly.
It would be so much easier on your hands.
I'm about to fall asleep.
Oh, but it relaxes you as well.
Yeah, I was going to say I could see getting into the zone very easily.
It's a good thing we keep having distracting conversations so that we
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do without us?
I make lots of money. Have a nice life.
I think as long as you don't push the client off the table so you can go to sleep, you're probably
Move over.
Go where they're lay down. My snoring, it would be very relaxing.
'cause I'm thinking right up until the point where Janet hit the floor, she probably wouldn't notice.
Definitely gonna have to edit this out, but in my 15, 20 years, whatever it's been, one time at a spa, I fell asleep while massaging a client's feet.
Oh.
And they loved it so much, they said, "Oh, that was the best massage. I'm coming back tomorrow. I didn't remember a lot of it, but it's really good." And they came back the next day.
Because you're sitting down there at the end of the
I was sitting there and just made the mistake of actually putting my head down.
Really, really long static hold on the feet.
You know, that's funny, but I had a lot of therapists tell me that that's happened to them.
It's
Like-
so
like
sleepy making
many,
sometimes.
like almost everyone
Yeah.
I talk to said
Wow.
that they, at one point or another.
Thought that was my horrible secret.
You are not alone.
You are
Zach.
not alone.
There's another rock in there somewhere.
Don't ever put your head down while massaging.
Think about it when you're at the feet, because it seems
I think there's a rock by your hands. Thank you. Do you know of any others?
Did you get on the ones for under and thighs?
What about if it?
Thank you. roll over with an extra 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Throw you in the Stockholm River.
That's nice.
That's where
You don't want her to accidentally fling a stone over its on you.
they're going up to cities so you can get down on
Depending on which way she rolls.
the salt rock hunting.
All right. Let me get that straight.
Cradle faces that.
Face cradle getting you? Got it, Amanda. I'm gonna scoot this up. She's hiding. Don't watch me blow my nose.
Everybody turn away.
To see that.
Zephyr will make sure she edits the nose blow off.
Sorry, I can't do it.
You alright?
Yes. We have to all these lights on.
Do you want a sip of water?
No. Am I okay?
No, just covering the lights for you.
Covering what?
Covering the lights for you.
Like what? Oh, the little ones.
Some people purposely in the treatment like to make noise with the stones. This is because you get so high while doing that stone massage. Get it.
It's like how much more enjoyable a rain stick is under some circumstances.
I'm gonna put some little stones between your toes, Janet.
You always start with the baby toe?
I don't have it always, but I'm sure some people do.
I don't like it when it's good like touching business.
If that's uncomfortable or too hot, let me know, Janet.
Oh, no,
Do you use the sound equipment that they showed you?
That's another way people make noise with the stones.
That's what made me think about it.
Yeah.
feels icky.
Not so much. But I've played with it a little.
Yeah, I know. Just a sec.
I've got a wedgie in my toe.
Do you just not like doing it, or do you not get a very good response from it?
I don't know, I just haven't played with it that much. I'm gonna move your hair.
What?
Can you scoot down a tiny bit? Because when I move the face cradle, I think you'll be more comfortable. I'll put a few on your face.
That's called a toe, and I wouldn't get it out.
Everybody needed a water break.
We were working on that last
Your
night.
smile ring.
That's just my ankle ring.
Oh.
But I remember the hustle.
Everyone raises.
Stick them in your ears.
You laugh, you guys.
Zephyr, did you oil these stones?
I didn't, but I could have. I was just gonna put them there, but then I had a few extras. These little ones don't hold the heat very long, but they're still pleasant. What a weight of them. You can put them in little baskets in your heat.
Is it clearing out your sinuses, Jen?
A little bit. Mesh bags.
Yeah, just rolling over did that.
Contrast therapy is nice. And the stones don't hold a lot of heat or a lot of cold, so it's kind of a mild contrast, which is nice. Because a lot of people don't enjoy the really cold stones. But these little ones are pleasant.
She's trying to sound Canadian.
She does sound Canadian sometimes.
Okay, these nice or cold. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, bum me out.
You
Like
having too
that?
much fun, Jen?
I'm not trying.
Wait till you go online and show your husband this one.
Or you can just leave.
This is all the hard work I did at school today, Mom.
Yeah.
Crack me up.
Yeah, don't make her laugh while she's got soap on her face.
Don't swallow.
Like the cold ones?
Yeah, that's right.
They're enjoyable. They're very subtle, the little ones, so it's not going to typically be too cold for someone. Placement stones are nice on the front, too.
Stick a finger in his nose.
Is that good for you? Oh, I'm glad.
It's sorry,
You're strengthening.
you have to pour my head.
So when you do the massage you mentioned,
I don't want to stick
You might be surprised.
Do you like football?
does she guys?
Just for your first day. Did you like that? So are you calling me for tomorrow? Is that what
Soft cool.
Okay.
Baby's over here. Wishing.
We're all over here drooling.
Tomorrow will come soon enough.
I'm counting on an uneven number and a video playing. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we have an extra sheet. Bring an extra sheet tomorrow. We're going to do, this is what you do with pregnant clients or hot stone clients. You take the extra sheet and you wrap it around them like they're a princess.
Oh, she's
How
got
fitting.
She's got a cape.
And she can hold it or not. Your hands anywhere near. You can hold your cape together. And you hold it high. Okay, I'm going to help you sit up. We want to get next to her spine. Dry stones. Smaller. If they're smaller, you don't need to cover them.
Well, if that didn't put you out, that's just my.
How far do you have to drive?
About 5 miles.
I think it's pretty much down.
Yes, it is.
And then you can relax your hand.
I'm a princess. I'll just.
She's like, I'm a princess, quit talking to me.
No, I'm saying I'll drive. You know, you can drive me. You know.
Princess Janice, somebody's gonna come pick me up.
My coachman. My pumpkin.
Yeah, we know you don't wish it was for you.
Yes.
It's great too.
How does that feel?
She can't talk. She can't talk right now. Yeah.
The noodle
Yeah,
girl.
I think there are
The
no
noodle princess.
Her table moves. You better kiss it.
It's not the Blarney stuff.
Okay, they're really nice right under the occiput. Nestle them in there. And right under the shoulder.
Under the drape too. Under the second sheet.
Just depending on how hot they are. And then you could go to the arms or the legs next. Got a nice belly stone. Is it okay to put one below your belly button?
Yep.
Who's loving this?
What's that?
Somebody's loving this over there. There we go.
It's you.
Yes.
Well, we were thinking about, you know, when Zephyr was picking the names, and I'm sure everybody in the room was thinking, I'm visualizing her hand going to my name, and I'm sure everybody else was doing the
Oh,
same
I
thing.
was.
But you were closer to her in
Closer,
proximity. So the law of attraction was working more for you because you were closer proximity.
Another nice place to put the stone is on the hip flexure. It's very nice posturally. Let me know if that gets too hot. Both sides. It's nice on the chest and on the pecs as well.
It's good karma. A good person. Not that everyone else in here is not.
But you are as well.
Jason.
Mama trap.
Yes. The second house, there's no mama.
Careful, I've got rocks.
Oh. Well then.
And I know how to use it.
No, we don't have to use it. You're just lying.
You know how to appreciate them.
This one right in the middle of your sternum, okay?
Should I use something that reach?
Whatever you want.
Should I use something that reach?
Right on the heart chakra is lovely. How's that temperature and weight?
You can get gorgeous white stones over at Newport, over at Gray's Beach over there. Beautiful white polished stones. I don't know if they're like quartz or what they are, but I've got tons and tons of them that we picked up off the beach, the white ones. I imagine a bigger white one, if you could find one that big on your heart chakra, would be really nice.
Ah, yeah.
How your toes feel, Dan?
I'm sure they're still there. Good.
So that was pretty much the same way you draped the leg, and she's
Leaving the
oh,
body?
the technique I
Yeah,
draped the
Jerry
leg.
has left the
It was the same as the front leg.
Yes.
When you just go in and out, just sort of just kind of just hear things and not.
Find the back rest. You do your ironing strokes like that. You could do a lot more time on the leg, but you don't have a lot more time, so that's alright. replace the toe stones, but they're fine even though they cool down.
I can imagine they give a nice little stretch even if they're cold.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times, even if you were to replace stones, they'll tend to kind of feel cool, like they're cooling down anyway.
Janet, is the pad heated as well? Or not?
No.
I don't think you want to do that.
Okay, I was just curious.
It gets pretty toasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not trying to cook her.
No, I didn't think so, but I just thought I'd throw that out there.
So I forgot at the AMTA conference when you teach this, is everyone going to get time to demo on each other?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of hands-on time. It's a 6-hour class.
Yeah, I was looking at. So I was just curious because how will everyone come with their own supplies? Or?
No, the school's letting me bring these. People will just bring their own tables and
so
towels.
there's enough rocks here for all of us to work tomorrow.
For all of these, half
Or half
at a time.
size.
Mhm. There's enough half at a time. We're just doing the relaxation stuff today, but that class will do the treatment stuff too.
And classes like that are considered extra credit or continuing there, don't they, for people with their license
Mm-hmm.
to maintain the credits?
Generally, I mean, I've been looking at some of the stuff. It seems like it's 1 credit per hour.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And then-
How many credits do you need to?
12.
Jason and I were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, 12 every 2 years. Was it 12 every 2 years or 18 every 2 years?
I thought it was
16.
12
16.
every
You're right,
16.
16.
Cool.
I
It was
thought
16
it was 12
every
every 2 years, or 6 a year.
16 every 2 years.
Yeah, it's in the back of the Massage magazine.
Does Zephyr know?
16
Maybe it's
hours.
8 a
How
year.
many? What?
Every 2 years.
Every 2
Maintain
years.
your license.
Every 2 years.
So 4 to 6 a year, or so.
Mm-hmm.
It would be omnibus, not children's
And that was like a week ago. Because she was going to. Or something.
You can grab them all at once.
Yeah.
Can rest the stones like this, but I have a lot more of the heat than her, so I can use a little hand towel or something if it's too hot for me. You can do all of your reflexology techniques with stones.
And save your thumb in the process.
I'm like doing nothing.
Right?
Grab a rock.
Where were the stones a couple weeks ago?
So you could just imitate all the techniques. This is pretty nice for the toes. They don't sell stones like these. These are the kind that you have to harvest. I harvested all the nice shaped ones.
Is that stone okay with being here?
Yeah, it's not okay with anyone taking it away from here. This is my stone.
That's you.
I believe that's my ego, though, and not the stone. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think the stone really cares.
Nobody else has ever given that stone a ride in a baby carriage, so I think maybe it likes you.
Not that you're aware of.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things picked up and put back down at the beaches.
That's a bit big for a baby to actually put in the carriage, though. It's 9:27.
So you can use your hands to get all of them at once. Or some people use a towel for that. It's cooling down enough for me to hold it now.
How did Beatrice feel riding around with a bunch of rocks?
Well, she likes to collect them too.
She's the Spike Lee of Visage. The hat.
My son turned over this. We were staying at this place called over on the Olympics, Whiskey Creek Beach, and we were just beach combing, and my son picked up this rock, turned it over, and it was round on one side, but the other side's flat, and that was the side that was down in the sand. And when he turned it over, it's this incredible fossil of a leaf printed into the rocks.
Something cool to find.
I was walking on the beach in Taiwan. Same thing happened. I was like, a round rock.
Yeah.
And I went and I had to dig it out a little bit. And on the other side, it's a fossil of a spiral.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a nudibranch or something like that.
Fossils and spirals too, where they've big lump on one side, and the other side is the kind of like shell.
Yeah. Or a snail type.
Snail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
See, that's why she was having the
actually,
baby carriage.
My daughter got us.
I didn't know she put all these in. I didn't notice it getting 50 pounds
Yes, I know
heavier.
that she's only 6 months old and doesn't have the hand strength to do that, but
She pointed, and I'm a mom. I had to get it for her.
Just like the
but yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a spiral. On the other side, it's like the other side.